here. This was a big manufacturing area of the country, and this was a big town for manufacturing. And of course, you've lost a lot of that manufacturing over the years. Look, when I was a congressman, for 2 of those years I was in Congress, I was only in Congress 4 years, but for 2 of those years I represented the Steel Valley of Pittsburgh, which I should say, the former Steel Valley of Pittsburgh. And I actually, represented an area that went from literally hundreds of thousands of steelworkers to less than 20,000 steelworkers. So I come from that area. I come from a blue-collar small town. And so when I put together my economic plan, I looked at just the reality of what's going on in small-town America, what's going on in blue-collar America. Non-college educated have an unemployment rate of 2.5 times those who are college educated. And I've looked at all the economic plans. What President Obama wants to do, his economic plan is to make more people dependent upon the government, to grow the government, to make sure that we have more food stamps and more SSI and more Medicaid. 4 in 10 children now are on government-provided health care. It just keeps expanding. I was in Indianola a few months ago, and I was talking to someone who works at the Department of Public Welfare here, and she told me that the state of Iowa is going to get fined if they don't sign up more people onto the Medicaid program. They're just pushing harder and harder to get more and more of you dependent upon them so they can get your vote. That's what the bottom line is. I don't want to make people's lives better by giving them somebody else's money. I want to give them the opportunity to go out and earn the money and provide for themselves and their families. And the best way to do that is to get the manufacturing sector of the economy rolling again.
So it was the last little bit of that got under your skin.
Yeah, because first of all, you're talking about, I want to make your lives better. And he talks about African Americans. He actually says blacks. How many black people in that room except the guy holding the microphone behind him?
I wasn't there.
And then, of course, then you look at the state of Iowa, 84% of the state folks in that state who get assistance, they're white. They're not African American. So what happens is you reinforce this view, food stamps, government subsidies, it's African Americans who are getting it. I think when you look at unemployment benefits, probably some white folks in there getting unemployment benefits.
Let me explain, at least I can, because Scott Pelley with CBS News, he sat down with Santorum and tried to explain the context, right? Why he said that. And he said he had seen Waiting for Superman.
Which I saw as well.
Right, about the American education system featuring different kids of different races. I'm just saying this is what he told Pelley. Let me quote him. He said, "Let me just say that no matter what, I want to make everyone's lives better. I don't want anybody, and if you look at what I've been saying, I've been pretty clear about my concern for dependency in this country and concern for people not being more dependent on our government, whatever their race or ethnicity is."
Gotcha. And then when I ask is, how then did you arrive at only mentioning African Americans in a room, based upon reporting, that was virtually all white? See, so that's cute to say I watched the film. I saw the film as well. I saw Hispanic kids in it, black kids in it, white kids in it. I saw them talk about the future of our education system, where we will be in the next generation. And so please, this is also the same guy who said we should not celebrate diversity because we really should be one America, and that somehow will frankly tear us apart, which is nonsense. We're becoming a more diverse nation. I guarantee you, if he goes to a Polish community or an Italian American community, he goes to a German community trying to get votes, he's going to sit here and celebrate diversity.
Sounds like you have a good question for Rick Santorum. Let me move on, though.
Sure.
Let's talk about the other